Islam Makhachev was able to get the fight to the ground against Della Maddalena in round 1 and control things there. He got on top in the second round too and also controlled things there. Round 3 was basically a repeat of the same thing. Makhachev controlled things on the ground in round 4 too, and JDM's calf was bruised up from calf kicks too. JDM needed a finish in round 5 to win, but it didn't happen. He got taken down quickly into the 5th round and held down there again. All the judges scored it 50-45 for Islam Makhachev, who becomes the new welterweight champion. Valentina Shevchenko was too big and strong for Weili Zhang. She took her down in round 1. She took her down in round 2. She took her down in round 3. She took her down in round 4. She took her down in round 5. She was the underdog, but she pitched the shutout 5-0. 50-45 on all the scorecards. Unanimous decision victory for Valentina Shevchenko, and she remains the champ at flyweight.
I was preparing for this fight as the hardest challenge in my life. I knew that I cannot rush with Weili because she has super punch power knockout. That's why it's impossible to with her to go to interchange. That's why I was working very smart to use the distance and my wrestling and grappling power.
Michael Morales looked incredible in the first round against Sean Brady, lighting him up and getting a first round knockout, 327 into the contest, shaking everybody's hands afterwards, as he should. He just beat the number 2 ranked guy in the division. We have a new title challenger on our hands in Michael Morales, who's undefeated at 19-0 and just 26 years old. Carlos Prates may have dropped the first round against Leon Edwards, but he dropped Edwards and knocked him out in round 2. It's that picture-perfect left hand that he has that dropped him and knocked him out. Now Carlos Prates has the most knockouts in the UFC since 2024 with 6. Tough break for Leon Edwards. Now he's lost 3 in a row to Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady, and Carlos Prates, and gets knocked out for the first time.
I think I'm the most entertaining guys on the welterweight division. So when somebody tries to grapple me, do aborted things, I don't think you guys pay tickets for what? For watch violence, to watch blood, yeah? Not boring fights. All right, that's why.
BSD versus Beneil Dariush was a quick one. BSD got dropped with a leg kick early, but then came back with a big left hand that knocked out Beneil Dariush. It was only 14 seconds needed for BSD to get the knockout victory. Bo Nickal knocked out Rodolfo Vieira with a big head kick in round 3. He was going to win a decision anyway, but then he knocked him out in round 3.
Felt like, I had something to prove. I had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, and I'm glad that, I was able to get some motivation out of that loss, but also, I didn't lose confidence in myself, and I didn't lose that belief in myself. I think that's just been instilled in me since I was 5 years old, so it's going to take a lot more than that to break me, and, I was able to go out there and do my thing.
Gregory Rodrigues wins the unanimous decision over Roman Kopylov. Erin Blanchfield was able to get the fight to the ground in round 2 against Tracy Cortez and get the second round submission victory, avenging a loss to Tracy Cortez from 2019 in Invicta. As a colossal underdog, Ethyn Ewing wins the unanimous decision over Malcolm Wellmaker. He took the fight on just 48 hours' notice.
They called me up Thursday morning. I slept through my alarm. I had about 40 missed calls from everybody. And they told me there's a possibility. I went, I cut the weight instantly, and drove around all of LA to get medicals. And lo and behold, I'm here making my UFC debut in Madison Square Garden, coming out with a win over a very tough and a very talented Malcolm Wellmaker. But I knew what I was going to come in here and do, and I'm here to stay.
Daukaus gets the first round submission victory over Gerald Meerschaert in just 50 seconds. Pat Sabatini wins the unanimous decision over Chepe Mariscal, 30-27 on all the scorecards, over 10 minutes of control time in the fight. Fatima Klein wins the unanimous decision over Angela Hill. She'll be in the rankings come Tuesday. She's somebody to watch in the strawweight division. Good striking, good wrestling, good ground and pound, good jiu-jitsu. Trying to finish the fight until the very last second with a head kick. Outstruck Hill 95-30. 4 takedowns, 5 minutes and 16 seconds of control time en route to a unanimous decision.
I'm glad you think that, but for me, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I feel like I had it in me to finish Angela. I feel like this is a big learning lesson for me. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start finishing people all over again.
By Sangar Susakaev gets his third round knockout over Eric McConaughey Jr. with a big right hand. He has a very loose and relaxed style. He knows he's going to find his shot eventually, and he did in round 3. 4-fight finish streak. He is now undefeated at 11-0.
I'm so happy. It was a hard fight. My coach said no wrestling, just box. But I don't know why I do wrestling. It was hard 2 rounds, but third round we win. Woo!
Matus Camilo wins the unanimous decision over Borshev 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. 5 takedowns off 10 attempts, resulting in 3 minutes and 22 seconds of control time.
Yeah, I watched a couple fights of this guy's Lava. He's very tough, and we prepared to take him down and try submission, but he's very tough, you know, very slippery right there, but we have to change the plan.
There was a brawl in the crowd between Dylan Danis and Islam Makhachev's teammates. Abubakar Nurmagomedov was one of the main participants in that brawl with Dylan Danis, but also involved was Magomed Zainukov, a.k.a. Chanko, a.k.a. John Pork, so he's definitely made a presence at UFC 322 Fight Week, one of the most popular fighters on the UFC roster, who doesn't even have a single UFC fight under his belt. Recently, Jon Jones says he wanted to apologize to Dana White for backing out of that fight with Aspinall after agreeing to it. Dana says he would accept that apology, but he says he does not need to apologize. Dana White says he does not need to apologize to me. I still say Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. Dealing with Jones over the years has been a unique experience, but he's the best ever. That being said, it doesn't mean he's going to put him on the White House guard. He might not. They're not going to start planning that till next year, and with things changing so rapidly in the landscape of MMA, it can be tough to accurately predict who's going to be on that card right now, because guys who are relevant now might be completely irrelevant by that time. And guys who aren't on the radar of relevancy right now could be highly relevant by that time. At One Championship 173, Rodtang pulled out, was unwell, and was transported to hospital. His opponent missed weight, so that title fight got canceled. Rodtang says, I gave everything I had, everything to make it through, but my body just couldn't handle it. I want to become a champ again, but my body isn't in good condition. One also can't allow me to fight. I accept that. I truly hope we can meet again in the next fight. I'm sorry to all the fans that are waiting to see me and have always supported me. BKSC announces they're coming to Australia. BKSC 86 Australia, Townsville, Queensland, January 17. These thumbnails are diabolical. Laura loves MMA D. Did an interview with her in the past. Very nice person. Why are they asking Dustin about fighting again when he's on steroids? It sounds like he's on something, because he says, I'm pretty sure I can't pass a USADA test right now. Some people don't like when you retire, take PEDs, and then come back. I'm not saying Dustin's going to do that, but when fighters retire, they often do come back. Some of them take a bunch of PEDs and then return and like, hey, I want to come back because I'm rejuvenated, feel like a new human being. Kind of like Donald Cowboy Cerrone, retired, took a shitload of steroids and said, I want to return to the UFC. I feel like a new man. They're taking advantage of a loophole in the system. Masvidal acting like he's a needle mover. He only had one good year in the UFC. Mind you, that was almost 5 years ago. Yeah, you're not wrong.